મજામાં Colonel Cycle. I'm part of this. मिलना कम होता है शायद ये भी होती है ना व्हाट्सएप को फ्री में ही आएगा उसको डॉक्यूमेंट में भेजेंगे तभी एमबी में आएगा डॉक्यूमेंट भेजना कैसे भेजेगा मेल करो इमरजेंसी में तो कहीं नहीं भेज सकते ये कई बार प्रोग्राम चलते में देंगे तुरंत लगाया आके एचडी में भेज देंगे एचडी में काम हो जाता है
चीफ गेस्ट अभी आ रहे हैं अभी आ ही दिए है ना
आगे जमीन से सर
हाँ समझ
कब आए
लाइट शो में अगर लाइट है तो मैं उनका
सर सामने अभी आई साथ में ग्रुप कर लेते हाथ लगा लेकिन माला के हाथ में सामने देखिए भैया भैया एक बार कैमरे को पीछे रखो ना माला ले लीजिए माला दे थोड़ा पीछे जाओ ना थोड़ा पीछे आराम से खड़ा कर लो बढ़िया सरोज का सरोज आगे और करना पड़ेगा ग्रुप कर लेते सर मैडम मैडम पीछा दो अच्छा हो जाएगा पीछे बढ़ जा पीछे बढ़ जा पीछे आ जाओ पीछे सर
और पीछे हो जाए सबसे बड़ी भैया आप पीछे हो ना
थोड़ा थोड़ा और कुछ बता ना करो
सर मोबाइल पीछे कीजिए प्लीज
सर थोड़ा थोड़ा गैप छोड़ देते हैं सर मूर्ति
ठीक है ठीक है
हाँ ठीक है ओके यार सभी सामने मैडम मोबाइल से थोड़ा सा
रतन देवी वर्मा चलो आप पीछे आ जाओ ना थोड़ा भैया आप भी थोड़ा पीछे आ जाओ ना भैया पीछे आओ वो पीछे आ थोड़ा वो पीछे आ पीछे भैया मोबाइल को पीछे करो Yes. साइड से साइड से ले
क्या से बाहर से
हाँ मैं अंदर से ले लूंगा एक मिनट हाँ ले आओ ले ये डॉक्टर समीन शर्मा
आपको तो नहीं आ रहा
आ रहा है
ठीक है
बोर्डों में लाइव करता हूँ, उसके बाद में बीच में आ रहे हैं। मेरा भी कह रहा है बीच में आ रहे हैं, मना करने के बाद
पीछे योगेंद्र जी
भाई सर
मंजू हाँ नो प्रॉब्लम
सभी सामने
भैया भैया थोड़ा पूछे ओके
आगे तक मीना आ जाओ।
सामने सामने देखिए कैमरे की तरफ once more
Operations and Quality, Dean, International Clinical Affiliations, Mount Sinai Hospital, President, Mount Sinai Heart Network, USA, and Director of the Eternal Heart Care Center, Jaipur, Dr. Samin Sharma. He shall be delivering this oration on the topic, Update in Transcatheter Structural Heart Interventions, 2023-24. On behalf of the university, I extend a cordial welcome to Dr. Samin Sharma. May I request the Dean, Principal and Controller, Mahatma Gandhi Medical College and Hospital, Dr. N.D. Soni, to escort today's orator, Dr. Samin Sharma, to the dais. Please join me in welcoming the guest of honor of today's oration, Principal and Controller, SMS Medical College, Jaipur, Dr. Rajiv Bagaratta. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause for all the dignitaries as I welcome them on the dais. The Emeritus Chairperson, Mahatma Gandhi University of Medical Sciences and Technology, Dr. R L Swarankar. Chairperson cum Chancellor of the University, Dr. Vikas Chandra Swarankar. Vice Chancellor, Mahatma Gandhi University, Dr. Achal Gulati. Former Vice Chancellor and Chief Advisor to the Chairperson, Dr. Sudhir Sachdev. I also welcome and request the Chief CTVS Surgeon of Mahatma Gandhi Hospital, Dr. Murtaza Ahmed Chishti, and Professor and Head of Department of Surgical Oncology, Dr. Raj Govind Sharma, to join the dignitaries on the dais. As the dignitaries take their seats on the dais, I extend heartiest greetings and welcome all the galaxy of invited guests seated off the dais. As we commence today's program, may I request the dignitaries on the dais to give an auspicious beginning to this event by lighting the lamp. Let us all join our hands and seek blessings of the Lord to grant us wisdom today and always.
Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namaha Ashtavinayak Namo Namaha Ganapati Bappa Moria Mangala Murti Moria Om Ganapati Namo Namaha Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namaha Ashtavinayak Namo Namaha Ganapati Bappa Moria Mangala Murti Shri Siddhi Vinayak Namo Namaha Ashtavinayak Namo Namaha Ganapati Bappa Moria Mangala Murti.
After this auspicious beginning, it's time now to welcome our guests by a presentation of flowers. First and foremost, I would request the Emeritus Chairperson of Mahatma Gandhi University, Dr. R L Swarankar, to present a bouquet to our chief guest and today's orator, Dr. Samin Sharma. I request the Chairperson cum Chancellor of our University, Dr. Vikas Chandra Swarankar, to welcome the Chief Guest and present him with a floral bouquet. I also request the Vice Chancellor of Mahatma Gandhi University, Dr. Achal Gulati, to welcome Dr. Samin Sharma and present him with a bouquet. Next, I request Dr. Rajiv Gupta and Dr. Shobhit Swarankar to please come up on the stage and present a floral bouquet to welcome the guest of honor, Dr. Rajiv Bagaratta. As guest of honor among the audience, we have Pujya Swami Brahmaparanand ji. He's not. Acha, theek. So they were there to grace the unveiling of the statues, Pujya Swami Brahmaparanand ji and Pujya Acharya Dayanand Bhargava ji. Next, I request Principal and Controller, Mahatma Gandhi Medical College, Dr. N.D. Soni, to present a bouquet to the Chairperson cum Chancellor of Mahatma Gandhi University, Dr. Vikas Chandra Swarankar. It's a privilege to have amongst the audience Shrimati Rukmani Sharma ji, wife of late Dr. G.C. Sharma. I request Professor and Head Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Dr. Usha Shekhawat, to present a floral bouquet to Shrimati Rukmani Sharma ji. We are glad to have amongst us the better half of Dr. Samin Sharma and co-chairperson and managing director, Eternal Hospital, Jaipur, Mrs. Manju Sharma. May I request the Vice Chairperson of India Education Trust, Shrimati Meena Swarankar ji, to present a bouquet to Mrs. Manju Sharma. Thank you once again. Respected dignitaries and guests, it is indeed a historical day for the Mahatma Gandhi University of Medical Sciences and Technology, as the university has organized an oration in honor and memory of a brilliant surgeon and an outstanding teacher, former principal of SMS Medical College, Jaipur, late Dr. G.C. Sharma. As a tribute to this great teacher and an exemplary human being, his statue has been unveiled in the main lobby of the medical college a short while ago. I take pleasure in sharing that another statue of another pious soul, late Shrimati Ratan Devi Verma, wife of Shri Virendra Singh Verma and mother of Vice Chairperson India Education Trust, Shrimati Meena Swarankar, has been unveiled, and the new academic block of our university, the Ratan Devi Memorial Block, has been formally inaugurated. Indeed, this is a nostalgic and overwhelming occasion for the entire Mahatma Gandhi University family. We are glad to have amongst us Shri Virendra Singh Verma ji. May I request Major General S.S. Jaiswal, Medical Director of Mahatma Gandhi Hospital, to present a floral bouquet to Shri Virendra Singh Verma. I'm afraid he has left, so we will proceed further. As I said, this is an overwhelming occasion for the entire Mahatma Gandhi University family. I congratulate the university management and request the chairperson cum chancellor of our university, Dr. Vikas Chandra Sankar, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning. I, on behalf of Board of Management of the Mahatma Gandhi University of Medical Sciences and Technology, welcome all of you to this very first Dr. G.C. Sharma Memorial Oration. Dr. Samin Sharma, Chief Guest and the Orator for today's program, Dr. Rajiv Bagrata, Principal, SMS Medical College, Professor Dr. R L Swarankar, my father and Chairperson Emeritus of Mahatma Gandhi University, Dr. Achal Gulati, Vice Chancellor of Mahatma Gandhi University, Pujya Swami ji Dayanand Saraswati ji, Pujya Acharya Shri Dayanand Bhargava ji, Pujya Swami ji Shri Brahmaparanand Saraswati ji, other dignitaries on the dais, persons of eminence and dignitaries in the audience, guests, and those who are watching the live telecast of this program online. Dr. G.C. Sharma had a deep influence on my father and the Chairperson Emeritus of this university. Dr. G.C. Sharma was instrumental in shaping the medical career of my father. He was a brilliant surgeon, outstanding teacher, astute administrator, and above all, a kind human being. He was known as one of the doyens of the SMS Medical College. He had a persona that is best described by his grandson-in-law. Rutba, Ahmiyat, Mahatmata, Mahima, Sarthakta, Gaurav, Pratishtha, Utkrishtha, evam Shreshtha. Born on 29th of December 1924 in Beawar, Rajasthan, he did his MBBS from the Grant Medical College, Bombay in 1942 and stayed there to complete his MS in General Surgery in 1949. His career as a surgeon jettisoned to the fast lane in 1951 when he was selected to lead a team of Indian doctors for training in USA. He trained as a surgical resident at Mount Sinai Hospital, New York in 1951. And as I was reading somewhere, he had gone to USA on a ship in 1951. Upon his return to India, he began a long and illustrious career in Jaipur as a faculty and later head of the department in surgery at the SMS Medical College. In 1959, he was once again selected for advanced training in the United States in cardiothoracic surgery at the famed cardiothoracic surgery department at University Hospital, Ann Arbor, Michigan. In 1975, he was appointed as the principal and controller of SMS Medical College, and it was his vision and foresightedness that saw a lot of expansion in the SMS Medical College and its associated hospitals. Dr. G.C. Sharma took major steps like conceiving the Bangar Center, Infectious Diseases Center, Mother and Child Institute, which was the only children's hospital in North India at that time. During this period, he was focused on creating a proper cardiothoracic surgery unit in the SMS hospital. He encouraged his junior doctors and staff in his unit to specialize in this upcoming branch. The best tribute to a master can be paid best by a master. There couldn't have been a better person than Dr. Samin Sharma to deliver this oration in the memory of this magnanimous personality, Dr. G.C. Sharma. Dr. Samin Sharma is a distinguished interventional cardiologist in the field of cardiology, both in New York at the Mount Sinai Hospital and in Jaipur at the EHCC Hospital. A globally renowned expert in interventional cardiology, Dr. Samin Sharma serves as the Director of Cardiovascular Clinical Institute and the President of the Mount Sinai Heart Network. Dr. Sharma is highly regarded for his ability to perform the highest number of complex coronary interventions, over 1,600 every year in the US, while maintaining the most significant success rate and lowest complication rate. For this, he received the prestigious 2-star designation from the New York State Department of Health and Governors Award for Excellence in Medicine. In addition to coronary interventions, he also specializes in the TAVR and the mitra clip, a non-surgical treatment of mitral and aortic stenosis. He is famously called the master of rotablator. He regularly features in US and mainstream Indian media. He has authored over 330 articles, 420 abstracts, 15 book chapters, and 3 books. He has received a lot of awards, and if I enumerate all of them, the oration time would be consumed in my enumerating his awards. But briefly, I'll mention a few awards that he has received. Honorary Master of Science, PhD degree by Rajasthan University in 2015. Distinguished Physician Scientist by RPQLI for Excellence in Medicine 2014. Best Doctor by New York Department of Health 2013. AHA Achievement in Cardiovascular Science and Medicine Award. Outstanding Physician of the Year Award by American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin, API. Awarded for Excellence in Medicine by Association of Indians in America, AIA. Conferred with Excellence of Academics of Tri-State by API Forum in 2010. Awarded Super Doctor from 2008 to 2011. Awarded Best Doctor from 2003 to 2007. Received the Jacobi Medallion Award and Physician of the Year at Mount Sinai Hospital, Rajiv Gandhi Memorial Award, Best Angioplasty Doctor by New York Department of Health, and the prestigious Rajasthan Gaurav Award by the Government of Rajasthan in Jaipur. With the kind permission of the Chief Guest and the dais, may I utilize this opportunity to submit a brief and humble introduction about our institution. We are an exclusive private medical university formed by the Act of Rajasthan State Assembly. The medical college was established in the year 2000 and subsequently promulgated into university in 2011. Mahatma Gandhi Hospital, the NABL accredited teaching hospital of the university, is the largest private hospital in the state, having 1,450 beds, and is a pioneer in the field of organ transplantation. The institute has performed the first heart transplant, first liver transplant, first pancreas transplant, and the first cadaveric kidney transplant in the state of Rajasthan. Our renal transplant team is doing close to 2 renal transplants every day. 2-way, 3-way swap, and up to 6 transplants in a single day, along with ABO-incompatible renal transplants, are being routinely performed at this center. The results are globally at par. Almost 2,000 renal transplants have been performed over the past few years. MGH has an established living-related donor liver transplant program. The center is performing close to 6 liver transplants every month with good results, and has performed more than 95 transplants so far. The credit for this goes to our digestive sciences team encompassing HPV surgery, hepatology, GI surgery, and medical gastroenterology. The team is led by Dr. Nemish Mehta. With utmost humility, I submit before you that the Oncology Center of the University, Shri Ram Cancer and Super Speciality Center, is the state's largest multidisciplinary oncology setup with nearly 400 beds, equipped with latest devices like 2 high-end linear accelerators, 2 PET scans, 3 and 1.5 Tesla MRI scans, 4 CT scan machine, and is managed by a team of senior medical, surgical, and radiation oncologists, and is led by very senior and revered names in the field of oncology, Dr. Hemant Malhotra, Director of the SRCC, and Dr. Raj Govind Sharma, HOD of Surgical Oncology, who happens to be the son of Dr. G.C. Sharma. Department of Clinical Hematology is running a successful bone marrow transplant program for both neoplastic as well as non-malignant indications. In the coming few weeks, the center would be adding a cyber knife that has already arrived on the university premises, and an additional PET scan is ready to be deployed in the service of the society. Soon, the Da Vinci surgical robot will be commissioned to deliver the treatment using latest technology to our patients. Center for Neurosciences and Cardiac Sciences is routinely performing advanced and complex procedures, including interventional neurological procedures, and using the latest and most modern equipment like intraoperative O-arm, intraoperative CT scanning, neuronavigation, and 3 state-of-the-art cath labs. The Department of Neurosurgery is performing the highest number of neurosurgery cases in the state, is steered by none other than Dr. B.S. Sharma, ex-professor and head of neurosurgery at AIIMS, New Delhi, one of the most experienced and senior neurosurgeons in India. The Institute's Cardiac Center has a very specialized and competent team of 4 cardiologists led by Dr. Harshvardhan, and is manned by very competent doctors, Dr. Rajiv Sharma, Dr. Deepesh Agarwal, and Dr. Ramanand Sinha. The hospital is performing all kinds of complex adult and pediatric cardiac interventional procedures under the able guidance of Dr. M.A. Chishti, and also manned by a very competent cardiac surgeon, Dr. Ajay Meena. Recently, Dr. Sunil Kaushal, an extremely skilled and distinguished pediatric and neonatal cardiothoracic surgeon, has joined our family as the Director of Pediatric Cardiothoracic Surgical Sciences. I can state with pride that our team of critical care specialists, along with a team of residents, nurses, and paramedical staff, worked tirelessly during the COVID-19 pandemic. I owe my sincere gratitude to them. Mahatma Gandhi Hospital was the largest private state government designated tertiary COVID care center during the first, second, and the third wave of COVID. The medical college is approved by Government of India and recognized by the National Medical Commission with 250 annual undergraduate admissions, 167 annual postgraduate residency admissions in almost all medical specialties, and has an annual intake of 67 students in super specialty DMMCH programs, including cardiology and cardiothoracic surgery. The university's dental college is DCI recognized, PG Dental College with 100 undergraduate admissions and 33 postgraduate admissions in various branches of dentistry. The university runs a postgraduate nursing college, postgraduate physiotherapy and occupational therapy colleges, and offers various other courses in fields of medicine and allied health like hospital administration and health informatics. With the grace of Almighty God, blessings of ancestors, teachers, and well-wishers like you all, the Mahatma Gandhi Medical College, Dental College, Nursing College, and allied colleges are one of the most sought-after colleges for undergrad, post-graduation, super specialty students seeking admission in respective courses. Its associated teaching hospitals, the Mahatma Gandhi Hospital, Shri Ram Cancer and Super Speciality Center, enjoy the reputation of being a high-quality, transparent, non-exploitative tertiary care hospital amongst the patient population and society at large. Also today, we witnessed the inauguration of Ratan Devi Verma Memorial Block by the auspicious hands of Dr. Samin Sharma, with the divine blessings of Swami Brahmaparanand ji Saraswati and Acharya Dayanand Bhargava ji. Shrimati Ratan Devi Verma was the mother of our Vice Chairperson, India Education Trust, Shrimati Meena Swarankar, and she was my maternal grandmother as well. A very pious soul and the wife of a brave, honest, and upright police officer, Shri Virendra Singh Verma, she was full of motherly qualities and always believed in humility, gratefulness, and kindness. She was a frugal homemaker and a strict yet loving mother to her children and grandchildren. We learnt, rather inherited, the art of DIY, do it yourself, in everyday course of life from her. This skill has proved to be of immense value in our administrative temperament on a regular basis. We as a family are grateful to her and to Almighty God for her presence in our life. With this brief introduction about the institution, I, on behalf of our Chief Finance and Accounts Officer, Shri R Soni, Member Board of Management, Dr. Shobhit Swarankar, my wife, Mrs. Harman Swarankar, and the entire MGMST family, I would like to welcome all of you to this prestigious oration. I know every one of us is eagerly waiting to hear the words of wisdom from Dr. Samin Sharma. Thank you. May God bless us all.
Thank you so much, sir. As a member of the Mahatma Gandhi University family, we all take pride in being part of this success journey of our institution. I now request the Vice Chancellor of our university, Dr. Achal Gulati, to address us on this occasion.
Dr. Samin Sharma ji, Dr. Rajiv Bhangarata, Dr. M. L. Swarankar, Dr. Vikas Swarankar, Dr. Chisti sir, Raj Govind ji, Sudhir Sajdev ji, N.D. Soni sir, Meena ji, Shobhit ji, Ratan ji, the entire audience over here. 29 दिसंबर 1924 ब्यावर में कुछ तो हुआ. क्या हुआ? एक बालक पैदा हुआ. And this balak traversed from there to Agra, to Grant Medical College, Mumbai, to Mount Sinai in the US, to back to Jaipur, Ann Arbor, and then further back again to Jaipur. This was the journey of Dr. Gopal Chandra Sharma, an epitome of what a surgeon, a humane human, and a leader who ought to be, and who will always be an example for all of us to emulate. Success in medicine is not measured by how many lives you save, but by how many lives you touch. This powerful quote delves deep into the essence of being a healthcare professional. It suggests that the true measure of accomplishment lies in the impact one can make on others' lives rather than just the number of lives saved. It signifies that the core essence of medicine lies in not only healing the physical ailments, but also in providing compassion, empathy, and support to those in need. To touch someone's life means offering comfort, solace, and showering genuine care. The power of medicine goes much beyond the clinical aspect, emphasizing the importance of human connection in healing and changing lives. This thought reflects the eminence and nature of both Professor G.C. Sharma, in whose honor today's oration is being delivered, and also the orator of the day, Professor Samin K. Sharma, who came first in this world in 69 years ago, and who, at the age of 4, I think, decided to become a doctor, come what may. Keh diya, so keh diya. The Wikipedia describes this gentleman as a philanthropist of Indian origin. That goes high to say about not only as an individual, but as a human being where he is ascended. In his own words, if I may describe, his forte are 2 words: confidence and memory. Am I right, sir? Health is a collection of preventive, promotive, and corrective issues related to our lives. But these will, in today's world, be the accepted norm only when it is based upon evidence-based medicine, which Dr. Sharma has proved. For someone whose life revolves around patient evaluation, treatment, counseling, research, professional volunteer service, teaching medical students, residents, cardiological fellows, reviewing manuscripts for scientific and clinical journals, be involved in delivering invited presentations to local, state, national, international medical and lay audiences, Dr. Samin Sharma is someone we need to admire always and then beyond. We are in a situation now where weight and extreme weight and heart disease is the biggest killer around today. And once that problem occurs, we resort to help from the cardiologists and the cardiovascular surgeons for CABGs and angioplasties. But let us remember, we have only one heart. So let us make sure that we give all our attention to its well-being and its people like you who have made the countless heartbeats beat stronger and healthier always. कहीं मैंने पढ़ा कि आज के दिन में क्यों इतनी हार्ट की इश्यूज होते हैं, क्यों इतने टेंशन्स होते हैं, क्यों इतने स्ट्रेस होता है, क्योंकि हम किसी से बात नहीं करते। तो किसी ने कहा कि दोस्तों के साथ, उनके साथ अगर मिलके हमने अपने दिल खोल करके बात की होती तो इन लोगों को दिल खोलने की ज़रूरत ही ना पड़ती हमारे साथ। Sir, I on behalf of all of us extend a very warm welcome to you for this hero who not only mends hearts but also spreads awareness about its importance, with wishes that your efforts and mission continues to save lives and keep our hearts healthy and strong and make a difference to the world. Your expertise and care inspires us to take better care of our hearts. Your tireless efforts in the field of cardiology bring hope and healing to so many of us, and that today we celebrate your passion for saving hearts and improving the lives by welcoming you to deliver this oration. Sir, thank you so much for being over here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir. As has been said by the previous speakers, late Dr. G.C. Sharma was a surgeon par excellence who spent his lifetime alleviating pain and suffering of his patients. His students remember him not only as a great surgeon, but also as their beloved teacher and mentor. Born in the year 1924, this year marks his birth centenary. Before witnessing the oration in his honor, we would all love to know him and understand his journey of life. I now request his proud son, Dr. Raj Govind Sharma, to share a brief about this legendary personality. Dr. Raj Govind Sharma.
Respected and esteemed dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, seniors, colleagues, and friends. On behalf of the Sharma family, I would like to thank Dr. Swarankar and his family and entire Mahatma Gandhi University for honoring my father with unveiling of his statue and starting the oration in his name. Dr. G.C. Sharma had touched the lives of almost all the families of Jaipur and Rajasthan in some way or the other. And it was a desire of many that sometimes something should be done to keep reminding us of his contribution to the society. We are extremely happy and grateful and obliged to Dr. Swarankar that he thought of this and has immortalized the principles for which Dr. G.C. Sharma was known. Only a person who is truly content within will praise others. Only a person who is really grateful to his teachers will remember and honor his mentors. Only a person who himself is truly great will undertake such a noble gesture for his predecessors. And that person is no other than Dr. Swarankar himself, who has written history today. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I will just briefly present a compilation of slides which are self-explanatory. Can we have the slideshow, madam? Same institute that Dr. Shamim is, Dr. Mount Sinai Hospital. Dr. Gautam Sen and Dr. Vanchu and Dr. Lucky have been responsible for compilation of his life history and a few pictures of these. Mobile Surgical Unit was the biggest surgical peripheral department. He had the vision to start the seeds of surgical oncology and endocrinology in Rajasthan. He sent me to Tata Hospital immediately after my marriage and Dr. SK to PGI Chandigarh for endocrinology. Dr. Kuteta is here. Dr. Kuteta's son is here, Dr. Rakesh. This was his favorite typewriter. The makers of Jaipur Foot, Master Ramchandra ji and Dr. P.K. Sethi. Association with Mahatma Gandhi Hospital and Dr. Swarankar's family. This is Dr. Salk of the Salk vaccine and Dr. Milner, who was responsible for development of urology in Rajasthan. Shramdan in the anatomy ground at SMS. Dr. B.C. Sangal started the voluntary blood bank organization. this is my friend Dr. Sharad Bansal. This is back to Byawar. Post-retirement play areas. He really was there. He kept the family together. And probably the last major function that he attended. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Indeed, it was quite nostalgic and overwhelming. As we move ahead with the program, today's orator, Dr. Samin Sharma, as we all know, is globally renowned expert of interventional cardiology. As an expert of interventional cardiology, he has not only contributed in various surgeries and has the recognition of performing the maximum number of complex coronary interventions with a remarkable success rate, he has also contributed towards academics through his scholarly publications and presentations. He is beholder of several prestigious offices and has been conferred upon with enormous awards and recognitions, as already mentioned by Dr. Vikas Chandra Swarankar. I'm sure we would all love to know more about his contributions and achievements. I now request the former Vice Chancellor and Chief Advisor to Chairperson, Dr. Sudhir Sachdev, to introduce today's orator to the audience and read out his citation.
Namaskar. Greeting of the day. Most respected Dr. Samin Sharma. All the office bearers sitting on the dais, all the invited guests and dignitaries, I heartily welcome you all. It is not only a matter of great pleasure, but also a matter of pride for us that today we have among us the world-renowned authority on interventional cardiology, Dr. Samin Sharma. He has very kindly accepted our request for delivering Dr. G.C. Sharma Memorial Oration-2024. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and proud privilege for me to present before you Dr. Samin Sharma, interventional cardiologist of international repute. He would be delivering the oration on the topic Update in the Transcatheter Structural Heart Interventions 2023-24. Dr. Samin Sharma, a topper graduate with 6 gold medals and 3 distinction honors of 1978 pass-out batch of SMS Medical College, underwent a residency training program in internal medicine at New York Infirmary Beekman Downtown Hospital, where he was adjudged as the best medical and chief resident. He went on to complete his fellowship program in cardiology at Elmhurst Hospital and further trained in interventional cardiology at the Mount Sinai Hospital in 1991. He was awarded the Fellowship of the American College of Cardiology, and in 1996, the Fellowship of the Society for Cardiac Angiography and Intervention. Dr. Samin Sharma has been awarded honorary PhD by the University of Rajasthan, Jaipur in 2015. He was appointed as an attending at the Mount Sinai Hospital in 1990, where he is currently the Director of Interventional Cardiology, the Director of Clinical Cardiology, the Dean of International Clinical Affiliations, the President of Mount Sinai Heart Network, Senior Vice President Operation and Quality, and the Director of Quality Care for the Cardiac Cath Lab in this hospital. In the past, has had the distinction of being a member of Radiology Chair Research Committee, a member of Clinical Practice Standards Committee, and member of the Pharmacy Clinical Practice Standards Committee. The Mount Sinai Hospital Cardiac Catheterization Laboratory, which is known for providing state-of-the-art cardiac and interventional care, not only in New York, but also across the United States of America, where Dr. Samin Sharma is known for performing high-risk complex coronary interventions. It is here that he performs more than 1,500 interventions per year, with an extremely high success exceeding beyond 99%. Dr. Sharma specializes in the non-surgical treatment of mitral valve and aortic valve disease, including transcatheter aortic valve replacement and MitraClip transcatheter edge-to-edge repair procedures. Dubbed the master of the rotablator, he had the distinction of performing a coronary angiography and angioplasty procedure on the former Indian Prime Minister Shri Manmohan Singh Ji in the year 2009. He has been conferred with various awards and recognitions, including New York State Governor's Award of Excellence in Medicine, the Physician of the Year Award, the Simon Deck Award, the Rajasthan Gaurav Award by Rajasthan government, the Lifetime Achievement Award by the World Business Forum New York, the Rajiv Gandhi Memorial Award for Outstanding Community Services and Medical Excellence in India, the Jacobi Medallion Award, the Shrimati Ratan Devi Memorial Award by Governor of Maharashtra, the Ellis Island Medal of Honor, and has also been honored by the American Association of Physicians of Indian Origin on multiple occasions. An author credited with more than 360 papers, 420 abstracts, 16 book chapters, 3 books, Dr. Sharma has also hosts monthly live web series focusing on interventional disease management, which has following of over 18,000 participants globally across 176 countries. Dr. Sharma has built a 250-bedded Eternal Heart Care Center in Jaipur. This tertiary multidisciplinary hospital offers healthcare services, particularly in cardiology and cardiac surgery, along with neurology, neurosurgery, orthopedic and joint replacement, spine surgery, nephrology, pediatrics, gynecology, critical care, urology, pulmonology, gastroenterology, diabetes, and endocrinology. I call upon all of you to give a huge round of applause and welcome the world-renowned authority on interventional cardiology, Dr. Samin Kumar Sharma. Most respectfully, I request you, sir, to please come to the podium and deliver the Dr. G.C. Sharma Memorial Oration-2024. Please, Dr. Samin Kumar Sharma.
All right, let's see this. What happened? Well, friends, it has been what a memorable the event in honor of Dr. G.C. Sharma done today by Dr. Swarankar and his team. We all need to really give him a great applause for a terrific, what a tribute. I know he is not here, but he's somewhere up and must be smiling and proud of all the achievement which have been enumerated today, and of course with all the family members here.
Shrimati Rukmani Sharma and Raj Govind. Tremendous teacher, great person, which you already have seen. But more importantly, what Hon'ble Swarankar and I would say Mahatma Gandhi, this hospital has done today to really remind us about this great guy, of course, for which we are here, but a special thank to Dr. Swarankar. I tell you, Mahatma Gandhi here, I actually came here in 2001, when it was just being a small building and did the outpatient clinics back then, 2001, 2002. So clearly that his vision, which has this enormous institute in all aspects, many of the postgraduate degrees are actually being done more than even our SMS Medical College and so, with the number of transplants, which was enumerated, par excellence, superb. We are so proud of Dr. Swarankar, what you have done to our Rajasthan, India, and all over. Thank you, my friend. It has been a great day. I mean, of course, it requires so much dedication, and I know building a hospital, ESCC, what could be only done with somebody who has to be here all the time, and that's Manju. You have met her. Requires so much devotion for things to happen, and this is what the ultimate product is. Really, thanks. Dr. G.L. Sharma, let me say a little bit, you saw that is 75 to 79. He was the principal and controller. I did my medical college from 72 to 78 and then did MD. Always, I mean, once he's going in the hallway, you can feel the energy, persona of that man. What a humble but very sharp, of course, lot we learned in the surgery and so from him. So when Mohanlal asked me that you need to give this lecture, I'm sorry that we need to change few times because of other commitments, but I can tell you I'm so pleased or so honored that I got this honor today to deliver Dr. G.C. Sharma Memorial Oration lecture in his memory and little contribution from my side to Dr. G.C. Sharma. Born in 29th December 1924 till 9th June 2012. So you all have learned about him and happen to be some part is common. And common is that he did training at Mount Sinai for 1 year for post-graduation, but superb. I mean, he was the teacher of the teacher. And lot of the things which surgery, the field of surgery which is introduced in Rajasthan was from Dr. G.C. Sharma. So I'm so thankful to get this honor today. And actually, I'm the part of which his forte was also working with the valvular heart disease. And actually, topic happens to be, I gave few choices to Sudhir and Mohanlal, what we should talk. So what is changing is the valve. So valve disease, which was a surgical disease, and that's what I'm going to tell today about update in the transcatheter structural heart intervention. So I'm sure you guys have heard the term, everybody has heard the term of TAVI and TAVR, which is the transcatheter aortic valve replacement, which become common quite a bit, done everywhere. Many hospitals in Rajasthan also, at least 8-10 hospitals do. ESCC is one of the premier institution for that. But many other valve treatment, which basically means non-surgical. I know there may be some surgeons in the audience, but nothing against. The key is the field, all our medical field is going towards non-surgical treatment. Many of besides the PCI, which is patient used to go for cabbage, many of them go for intervention. Of course, many of patients who used to go for various kinds of abdominal surgery, they are done percutaneously. So lot of things are done percutaneous, and that is what I'll give you a little glimpse. It may be some points may be a little too much for the audience, but the purpose here is today to show that where we are as the interventionalist in the non-surgical way. Things which are done by surgery then can be done by percutaneously, or we call the word called transcatheter. Now, interventional cardiology, which has various aspects, which you are familiar with, the PCI, PTA, many others, but the structural heart disease is the one which I'm going to cover today. The valves, and what we do is structural basically means affecting the valves or some part of the heart muscle, not the coronary arteries. Coronary arteries we call intervention. And working with the peripheral arteries we call endovascular intervention. But working with the valves, and we call that as a transcatheter. Everybody remembers that? Aortic valve, the mitral valve, the pulmonic, and tricuspid. I'm sure we all know these were all surgical disease. Surgeons used to do them. And if I can tell you today, standing here, that all these valves can be taken care in appropriate patients without surgery. And that is with the transcatheter. And that is how field has evolved. So let me just tell you a few things. Just like we say patients who have heart disease, silent, symptoms, extreme. So same thing for the valvular heart disease, with the disease of the valve. The various stages comes at risk A, B, C, D. Symptoms, usually what we do, until now, we were waiting till the patient had symptoms. Severe symptoms, then only we start doing the treatment because patient used to need the surgery. But what has happened now with this transcatheter, non-surgical way, that not only we are doing symptoms, but we are going to the asymptomatic stage, particularly when the valve is already diseased. Now, we have done many of those diseases, successful treatment with a transcatheter, so we are now going back, what if the patient is at a risk? So some cases, even at early stages, try to deal with the disease, because disease is going to progress. So if you can take care early, hopefully even many times we know when patients advance, we replace the valve. Surgeons, but patient doesn't get better. Why? Because so much damage to the heart has occurred. So even if you replace the valve, it really improvement doesn't occur. So come back with a transcatheter, no surgery, so you go back to early part of the disease process. And that is where the whole field has started. And this started by, we started with the animal experiment in the sheep, changing the aortic valve. Basically, first take the valve from the pericardium and stitch, you can see here, put on the balloon, and put inside the heart. And first one was done by a guy named Alan Cribier. I call him as the father of transcatheter valve therapy. And fortunately, he died last year. He was the first one in April 16, 2002, replaced the aortic valve, which until then was only treatment was surgical treatment, and replaced it percutaneously. And before that, all patients used to be surgical, but before getting to 2002, and from 1989, you can see the journey of 13, 14 years working on the sheep, animals, to perfect the technique, so could get to the human being. And this is where the field started. Our 4 valves, which I have put it very simply, aortic valve, the pulmonic valve, the tricuspid valve, and the mitral. So first one actually we had, which was approved finally, was the pulmonic valve. Replacing the pulmonic valve, usually it's a disease of the kids, but then the Bilalock-Taussig operation, shunt, and then they start leaking, you put a Melody valve, then the aortic valve replacement, then the tricuspid. Recently, we got approval of the tricuspid valve, and then mitral valve, I put a red, it's still taking some time, but within the mitral, the clip for the regurgitation of the mitral valve has gotten a green light. So green and red. Red basically means still taking some time to get to the mitral valve, but other valves we got now with a transcatheter way to replace them without surgery. So I just want to give you the data at Mount Sinai. This is our number of last year. All the structural tower or TAVI, we do 500 plus. Mitral clip, which is the mitral valve, 101. Then the tricuspid valve or tear or replacement of the tricuspid valve, about 14 here. Then replacing the mitral valve, not only the clip, but replacing the mitral valve truly with that called TMVR, about 8. Then balloon valvuloplasty in mitral and aortic, which we are very expert at it. We do a small number. Then septal ablation, patients who have HOCM, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, we do that. Then closure of the ASD and PFO, and then left atrial appendage closure. So these all are counted as transcatheter structural intervention. And we took long journey to come to it, to perfect it, and so much so, every time we had to do the trials against surgery. Why? Because that was the gold standard. So you have to do better than what was done by the surgery to get to the gradual approval. So I'll go quickly one by one and just give you a little idea about the one is the aortic valve, very calcific disease of the age. Once it gets narrow, once it occurs, very lethal disease. If somebody develops heart failure with aortic stenosis, this was many years ago, used to be taught in medical college. It still remains true that patients develop heart failure on aortic stenosis. The lifespan is 2 years. So 100% people will die within 2 to 3 years. So this still remains true if you don't replace it, and it occurs with the age. How do you make the diagnosis? By the CAT scan, by echocardiogram, and there are various numbers. Aortic valve area of less than 1, gradient more than 40, velocity more than 4, and if your ejection fraction is low, we give dobutamine stress echo. To make it that if patient has severe aortic stenosis, the treatment is surgical replacement because it improves the life and make patients feel better. So understood. So that is how we started the aortic valve treatment, surgery. But what if we can replace them? Of course, some cases you do a balloon valvuloplasty, but most important is replacing the valve by percutaneous or transcatheter means, which is the SAPIEN, 2 types of valve, balloon expandable and core valve. Actually, we have now the Indian-made valve, which is called My Valve, which is excellent, superb, balloon expandable. And how it basically works is that we advance, the valve is here, it's on a balloon, it's going to inflate for about 30 seconds. You pace the ventricle at very fast speed so the valve does not move, and done. Which require otherwise surgery. Patients' prolonged recovery, percutaneously done. Many of these patients can be discharged next day. And how do you go in? Usually you go from the leg arteries, but very other means even go from the carotids in some cases. So many techniques to get the valve, and this is the most common procedure being done at present. Almost 8,000 TAVR procedures done in America per month. 2 valves have split, SAPIEN and Evolute. SAPIEN is about 2/3, Evolute is a self-expanding 1/3. In India, the most common valve is used is the My Valve, which actually we started at ESCC. The first 5 cases we did, and of the 100 cases which led to the approval by our government, 33 patients were done at ESCC, which led to this approval of the My Valve, which is available, which has a 50% of the market share at present. Of the 220, about 220 to 250, the valves, TAVI valves are being done in India. More than 50-55% are My Valve, and they work very well. Of course, the American valves have, because this is just only 5 years, 2018 we did the first case, so 5-6 years, while the other valves, the first valve I did in 2010 of the Medtronic. So we have long history, but the My Valve is also working very well. Very good results, and the big advantage, it's half the price of the American valves, which are FDA-approved valves. But the field is growing, and of course the prices will come down. Question is, when do you do the surgery, TAVI versus surgery? Of course, the young age, you still need to do a surgery. In a patients who are a little older, when you think patient may going to live about 10 years, TAVI is appropriate. We did many trials in various groups of patients to compare the TAVI valve with the surgery, and these were the conclusion was the 8 trials established the efficacy of TAVI being non-inferior to surgery for death and stroke in various STS or surgical risk group of severe AS patient with a lower length of stay. So many of them showed superior and safer outcome versus surgery, except one trial was only one when the stroke was higher, but otherwise every trial showed that TAVI was better than surgery, so it has become the default strategy. Now question comes, that which patient should go for surgery, and we have to identify those patients. Now, problem is, in India, is the issue about the cost. Surgery costs about 2 to 4 lakh rupees. The valve, my valve is about 10 lakh, American valves about 18 to 20 lakhs. So you can imagine what is the financial burden of the valve. So here, about 5 to 8% of the aortic stenosis patients are getting the TAVI. In America, 85% of the patients are getting TAVI with a severe aortic stenosis. Now, 15% go for surgery because they are young age or they are not suitable for TAVI, but majority of them are going the TAVI procedure, which I'm sure here with some insurance schemes, some further cost containment, and it happens all the time with our devices. You start with the, let's say, remember those, the drug, when initially the drug-coated stent came, used to be 3 lakh rupees, and now those are 30,000, 1/10. So this will happen in few years, the price will come down, and I'm sure in India also, the number of patients with aortic stenosis getting the TAVI will continue to increase, and I think the more the TAVI valves are in the market, the more the competition, and that will lead to the lower price and more adoption. People say, can you compare the TAVI valve with a surgical valve? We have actually one trial which has compared now, which have the data for 10 years. And guess what? At 10 years, identical outcome, TAVI versus surgery. So you can say for 10 years, both are good and equal. And then if you talk about the valve degeneration, looks like the TAVI valve is slightly better than surgery valve. 11% degenerated in 10 years versus 3% with the TAVI valve. So clearly looks like that TAVI valve is as good as surgery, if not better in many aspects. So clearly we decide based on the patient various parts who go for surgery and who go for TAVI. As I mentioned, about 15% patients now go for surgery, and the 85% getting the TAVI. Most important, the age. Younger the age, because no matter what you do, valve lasts for about 12 years. You can imagine if you put a TAVI valve at age of 50, what you do at age of 62. Okay, you put another TAVI valve. Probably it will last 10 years. Now what you do at age of 72, you cannot put a third TAVI valve. So therefore, usually in a younger age, and that's the cutoff is 65. Less than 65, recommendation is you do a surgery first. 10, 12 years when the TAVI will, the surgical valve will deteriorate, then you do a TAVI. And this is how we divide based on many features. And one of the big issues remain, people worry about the stroke, and now we actually have the special device filter we put in the brain, in the arteries, which capture all the embolic debris and take it out, so that stroke with the TAVI is half now compared to what happens with surgery. So another great procedure. And of course, now we are trying to some cases less than 65, patients were asymptomatic, which I showed you earlier, patient with a moderate aortic stenosis, aortic regurgitation, and one of the big issue has been the field, the bicuspid valve. We actually do the TAVI for bicuspid valve also. The key is the pure aortic regurgitation, not aortic stenosis. So what happens is the valve, when we deploy, it stays there because of calcium. And if there's no calcium, what will happen? Valve will embolize. But then there is a special valve which will be approved soon, and this is called Align Tower Trilogy valve, GINA valve, and it actually work on the principle that has a anchor first and then you deploy the valve. So it's basically another field in terms of the TAVI being used for pure aortic regurgitation. Just to give you the data, at Sinai, we have been doing now we have done over 3,600 tower. At ESCC, we have done about 450 tower over the years, and consistently have been doing about 500 plus per year for last few years at Mount Sinai. Then we go to the second valve. That is the mitral valve. That can you repair the mitral valve or replace it? And what happens? Similar to the TAVI, once you develop regurgitation, what happens? Heart start dilating. and therefore become weak. And they also have a very high mortality if you don't treat them. And many of these patients are not treated because they have risk, just like in the TAVI group. Patients with aortic stenosis do not get the surgery because they are sick or old. So half of the patients don't get the surgical repair of the mitral valve, leaky valve, which is bad. So we actually have two types of the, which we call the mitral regurgitation. One we call primary mitral rigors, secondary mitral rigors, but basically is dysfunction of the valve, dysfunction of the ventricle. But instead of doing only the surgery, now we have a clip which we can put on the valve. So rather than going for surgery for the mitral regurgitation, now we have the clip, just like bow tie, that leaky valve, you just put a stitch in the middle. So you don't completely obliterate, but you decrease significantly, as you can see here. And this is the device. We put it, and I'll show you a little cartoon that how this process is done. So it started with the mitral clip. So basically we come with a transeptal here, go inside, and this is our mitral valve. So has the clip, it will go and you look into it, put a position. There's a lot of knobs outside which you'd have to show to try to grasp the leaflet. And once it grabs it, you see that regurgitation has decreased, then you release the clip. If regurgitation has not decreased, you can reposition it. And I'll show you with this. So this is how it's done. It looks like a nice cartoon diagram, but that is what we do in mitral clip procedure. This is also called the tear, because called transcatheter edge-to-edge repair. So this is the mitral clip. And if it looks good, you didn't like it, so you can release it and reposition. So all that is done with the echo guidance. So it didn't look good, so now you put another one, same, different position, looks good, and this remains. And what it has done, it has shown that if you don't do the clip versus you do the clip, this is the clip, and no, your decrease in heart failure and mortality from 46 goes down to 30%. So therefore, clearly the clip is a great addition for patient with a regurgitation, particularly if you cannot do the surgery. Now we also have the replacing the mitral valve. There are many valves going on, but as I said, it still remains red. So we have not gone to the final. We actually part of this trial called Intrepid, but this you'll hear soon that the valve will be replaced percutaneously also in next few years. So mitral valve, right now we clip, it's approved, very safe, available in India, but the replacement of the mitral valve, which is TMVR we call, is not available in India. It's still because experimental, will take another 1 to 2 years to come. So just to say that any center doing 500 TAVI and 100 clip is the only one in New York. And we had a lot of publicity about it, only center, Mount Sinai, showing those data. Then go to tricuspid valve, the third valve, which is a lot of actually surgeons, if you ask the surgeons that which valve you don't want to operate, it says tricuspid, because it's a troublesome, very high risk of mortality. But once you have a tricuspid regurgitation, just like mitral regurgitation, you see various gradings of the tricuspid, the patients have a high mortality. So just like aortic stenosis, if you don't treat them, they die, 50% in 1 year and 90% in 2 years. Mitral, about 50% in 1 year, about 75% in 2 years. Same thing, you have tricuspid, you have a severe tricuspid regurgitation, about the 50% will die in 3 to 4 years. And many of them do not get surgery. They do get surgery when you do for the mitral. So very common, very few patients have go for surgery, even in America. So we have a lot of transcatheter devices to take care of the tricuspid valve, and to put the clip, replace the valve, and so forth. And this actually, one is just like a clip, which we do, just like the mitral clip. There is a called tricuspid clip. Purpose there is put the clip and decrease the regurgitation. And this is what has been, FDA has approved it. And secondly, replacement of the valve, which is a tricuspid valve called EVOQUE, and that actually now has been approved by you go from the inferior vena cava and you put a tricuspid valve. Not avoiding the tricuspid valve surgery. The data are also very solid. That led to approval. So both of them, TriClip and the Evoke, both have been approved now in the United States by the FDA, and I would say that probably will come. TriClip, not exactly, but the mitral clip can be used as the tricuspid valve, but the true TriClip and the Evoke probably will come to India in next 1 year or maybe by year end. Because right now they just got approval, but just to say, this field is moving so rapidly with the data that have an excellent, excellent outcome of this transcatheter procedure. So if I had to sum up that what is the future of transcatheter, that the next 5 years will explode with more meaningful changes than at any time in the history of interventional cardiology, largely from transcatheter heart interventions and making procedures safer and ambulatory. Many of them could go home same day. They are actually the papers about outpatient TAVR procedure. Patient comes in the morning, got the TAVI and went home in the evening. We in America don't do it because there is a separate reimbursement, but there are papers from some few places in Europe and Canada that you can do a TAVI procedure as an outpatient. Just like we do an angiogram, patient comes in and goes in the evening. Majority of the cardiac valve procedures will be done non-surgically by 2030. That is my prediction, and therefore, never been a better time to be an interventional cardiologist and structural cardiologist. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Can we hear it for Dr. Samin Sharma? Thank you, sir, for delivering such an informative and crisp talk. As a mark of our gratitude towards you for accepting our invitation and delivering this Dr. G.C. Sharma Memorial Oration, the university would like to felicitate Dr. Samin. As all the dignitaries are in the center of the stage, I first and foremost request Dr. R L Swarankar to felicitate Dr. Samin Sharma with a shawl. I request Dr. Achal Gulati, sir, to present him with a bouquet. May I request the chairperson cum Chancellor, Dr. Vikas, to present him with a scroll, with the oration scroll. As the university tradition, I request Dr. R L Swarankar to present Dr. Samin Sharma with the Shriphal. And last but not the least, the oration plaque. I request all the dignitaries to join in felicitating sir with the oration plaque. And at this moment, can I request the audience to give a standing ovation to our orator, Dr. Samin Sharma. I also request Dr. R L Swarankar sir to present the oration honorarium to Dr. Samin Sharma. Thank you all. Kindly be seated. Sir, may I request you, Dr. Samin Sharma, to say a few words.
No. Now, on the personal note, it has been a great afternoon and a great event. So humble, so privileged to be part of this fantastic celebration today in memory of Dr. G.C. Sharma. And always a little connection, as I mentioned, that he was at Mount Sinai a long time ago, and I am at Mount Sinai here. When I went to, stayed at Mount Sinai since 1988 and until now. So it's a great place, but definitely thanks to Dr. G.C. Sharma and the wisdom and the he taught us during our surgical rotation, and God bless him. I'm sure his soul is feeling proud of all people, all the students who are here, and really remembering him and really thanking him for what we are here for. Thank you very much.
I request the dignitaries to take their seats on the dais. And we salute you, sir, for your commitment and expertise. It's time now to invite the Honorable Emeritus Chairperson, Dr. R L Swarankar, sir, to address us on this occasion.
आज के समारोह के मुख्य अतिथि चीफ ऑरेटर डॉक्टर समीन शर्मा जी, पूज्य ब्रह्मपरानंद सरस्वती जी जो अभी चले गए, आर्ष विद्या तीर्थ जो कैंपस में ही हैं, पूज्य आचार्य दयानंद भार्गव जी, आदरणीय श्रीमती रुक्मणी शर्मा जी, आदरणीय श्री वीरेंद्र सिंह वर्मा जी, आदरणीय श्री डॉक्टर हरिगौतम जी, मंचासीन चेयरपर्सन कम चांसलर डॉक्टर विकास स्वरणकार, वाइस चांसलर डॉक्टर अचल गुलाटी जी, डॉक्टर राजीव वगरट्टा जी, प्रिंसिपल SMS मेडिकल कॉलेज, डॉक्टर मुर्तजा चिश्ती, हेड ऑफ द कार्डियोवास्कुलर सर्जरी, डॉक्टर सुधीर सचदेव, फॉर्मर वाइस चांसलर, डॉक्टर ND सोनी, डॉक्टर VK कपूर, प्रो वाइस चांसलर, डॉक्टर राजगोविंद शर्मा जी, डॉक्टर शीला शर्मा, my class fellow and daughter of Dr. G.C. Sharma ji, Dr. Surendra Sharma, again my class fellow from Bikaner, and son-in-law of Dr. G.C. Sharma ji, my brother Ram Ratan Soni, Dr. Shobhit Swarankar, Director of Hospital Administration, Yogendra Verma ji, family members and friends of Dr. G.C. Sharma, family members and friends of Mrs. Ratan Devi Verma ji, distinguished guests present here in the function and listening or watching the program online. आप सभी का हार्दिक अभिवादन एवं धन्यवाद। आप सभी की उपस्थिति ने इस डॉक्टर G.C. शर्मा मेमोरियल ओरेशन को और भी अधिक गरिमामय बना दिया है। मेरे और डॉक्टर समीन शर्मा के आज से नहीं 50 साल से भी ज़्यादा पहले से रिलेशंस हैं। उसके मैं आपको 2 एग्जांपल दूंगा कि मैंने इनके घर पे ड्यूरिंग इंटर्नशिप छत पे जाके जनता कॉलोनी में काफ़ी दिन पढ़ाई भी की है, और वो दिन भी हैं जब इनकी वंसी वार्ड में पोस्टिंग होती थी, इंटर्नशिप हम कर रहे थे, तो शोले पिक्चर लगी हुई थी, और वहाँ पे जाके एक स्पेसिफिक गाने के लिए हम दोनों जाते थे, मोहन चलो वहाँ चलते हैं। तो वो दिन भी हमने, तब से हमारी फ्रेंडशिप है, और जब भी मैं न्यूयॉर्क जाता हूँ तो आई मेक ए पॉइंट टू विजिट हिम, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम वी आर एबल टू सिट टुगेदर। ये जो आज मूर्ति का अनावरण हुआ है, दोनों डॉक्टर G.C. शर्मा जी का और मेरी मदर इन लॉ और मीना जी की मदर श्रीमती रतन देवी वर्मा जी का। ये मनुष्य पे जब भी पैदा होता है 3 ऋण होते हैं। जायमानो वै ब्राह्मणस त्रिभी ऋण जायते। एक देव ऋण होता है, एक पितृ ऋण होता है, एक ऋषि ऋण होता है। तो आज का जो कार्यक्रम है वास्तविकता में ये पितृ ऋण जो हमारी मदर और मदर इन लॉ, और ऋषि ऋण जो हमारे गुरुओं की डॉक्टर जी.सी. शर्मा की प्रतिमा का अनावरण हुआ है, वो एक छोटा सा हमारा प्रयास है। ये कोई क्योंकि मात पिता गुरुपित मात महेश भवानी बंदो दीन बंधु दिन दानी। गुरु से, माता से, पिता से कभी उऋण नहीं हुआ जा सकता। जितना आप करोगे उतना कम है। हमने कोई प्रतिष्ठा के लिए या किसी और उद्देश्य से ऐसा नहीं किया है। जब भी अगर प्रतिष्ठा बीच में आ जाएगी तो आपका जो तप बल है, आपका जो आध्यात्मिक बल है, और जो आप सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्म की तरफ बढ़ना चाहते हो, उसमें रुकावट पैदा हो जाएगी। आप अधोगति की तरफ चले जाएंगे। टोटल पर्पज कि हम कुछ अपनी सोसाइटी को दे पाएँ, और इस तरह के अनावरण करके उनके नाम में, जैसे डॉक्टर के.डी. गुप्ता जी थे और डॉक्टर जी.सी. शर्मा जी थे, दोनों ने जब हमने मेडिकल कॉलेज बनाया तो जिस हिसाब से इन्होंने सपोर्ट किया, रतन यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं, रोज़ाना जब भी मीटिंग होती थी तो दोनों को लाना, और जो पहले कार्डियोलॉजी सेंटर था जहाँ 2 कैथ लैब अभी भी हैं और अब मेडिसिन ओपीडी है, तो वो सारा सेंटर डिज़ाइन इमरजेंसी और ट्रॉमा का डॉक्टर जी.सी. शर्मा और डॉक्टर के.डी. गुप्ता जी ने किया था। और के.डी. गुप्ता जी की भी नाम से, क्योंकि वो बीकानेर मेडिकल में बड़ा फॉर्चुनेट हूँ कि मैंने बीकानेर मेडिकल कॉलेज से भी फर्स्ट MBBS किया, और फिर बाद में 5th सेमेस्टर में मैं यहाँ SMS में आया। तो बड़ा अपने आप को सौभाग्यशाली समझता हूँ कि दोनों जगह को मैं एंजॉय करता हूँ। और जो लाइब्रेरी है वो डॉक्टर के.डी. गुप्ता नॉलेज रिसोर्स सेंटर है, जो कि बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से चल रही है। तो जीवन काल में सबसे अगर ऋण चुकाने का तरीका तो है, जब जीवित हैं आपके माता पिता, बड़े लोग, उनकी सेवा करें, उनका आशीर्वाद लें। पर जीवन काल के बाद भी यदि अवसर मिले तो एक सच्ची श्रद्धांजलि उनको पेश करें, यही इसमें भाव है, अन्यथा कोई भाव नहीं है। और जहाँ तक देव ऋण का सवाल है, वो देव ऋण जो चुकेगा वो चुकता है आपके कर्म करने से। आप कैसा कर्म करते हो। यदि हम चिकित्सा सेवा और चिकित्सा शिक्षा संस्थान में हैं, तो जितनी हम मरीजों की सेवा करेंगे, जो भी हमारे यहाँ बच्चे पढ़ रहे हैं, चाहे वो मेडिकल में है, चाहे डेंटल में है, चाहे नर्सिंग में है, राइट फ्रॉम ग्रेजुएट टू DM MCH, उनको अच्छी से अच्छी ट्रेनिंग दें। और जो मरीज़ हमारे पास इलाज कराने आ रहे हैं, उनका अच्छे से अच्छा इलाज करें। ये सबसे अच्छा ईश्वर की पूजा का विधान है। आपकी व्यक्तिगत कुछ भी मान्यता हो सकती है, कुछ भी पूजा हो सकती है, पर देव ऋण चुकने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका ये है। और भगवत गीता में भगवान कृष्ण ने ये बात स्पष्ट तरीके से 18वें अध्याय में बोली है, स्वकर्मणा तम अभ्यर्च्य सिद्धिम विन्दति मानव। आप अपने कर्म से ईश्वर को प्राप्त कर सकते हो, उसकी सिद्धि प्राप्त कर सकते हो। तो ये यहाँ पे भाव है कि परम धर्म और परम कर्तव्य समझते हुए और शनै शनै ईश्वरोन्मुख होते हुए, आत्मनिष्ठ होते हुए, सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्म है, उसको प्राप्त करने की दिशा में मेरा और मीना जी, मेरी धर्मपत्नी का, पूरे परिवार का ये प्रयास है। और हम चाहते हैं आप सब लोगों का आशीर्वाद रहे। मिसेज़ जी.सी. शर्मा जी, हमारे परम आदरणीय मिसेज़ रुक्मणी शर्मा जी आंटी बैठी हुई हैं यहाँ पे, मेरे फादर इन लॉ थोड़ा तकलीफ़ की वजह से, पर वो भी, उन्होंने भी आज लोकार्पण में ब्लॉक में शामिल हुए, तो बहुत ही खुशी की बात है। और सबसे बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि जब होस्ट करने वाला और गेस्ट, चीफ गेस्ट उस समय के हैं जब वो प्रिंसिपल SMS मेडिकल कॉलेज थे। तो आज डॉक्टर समीन शर्मा जी ने ये डॉक्टर जी शर्मा मेमोरियल ऑरेशन का शुरुआत की है। मैं समझता हूँ कि हर साल इससे और अधिक अच्छे से अच्छे, जैसे डॉक्टर के.डी. गुप्ता के में, डॉक्टर सोनावाला के ऑरेशन में एक से एक हिंदुस्तान की और देश की और विदेश की हस्तियाँ आती हैं, ऐसी इसमें हस्तियाँ आएंगी। मैं डॉक्टर राज गोविंद से और सब लोगों से ये रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से कि हर साल इसको पूरे अच्छी तरह मनाएं। और ये भी एक कोइंसिडेंस है कि जब हमने डॉक्टर के.डी. गुप्ता की सेंटेनरी सेलिब्रेशन किया था तब भी 100 साल हुए थे, और आज 2024 चल रहा है और डॉक्टर जी.सी. शर्मा के भी 100 साल हुए। और ये जब सेंटेनरी सेलिब्रेशन चल रहा था तो मीना जी का ही था कि आपने डॉक्टर के.डी. गुप्ता की तो मूर्ति लगा दी और उनके नाम से लाइब्रेरी भी कर दी, पर जिन्होंने आपका ट्रांसफ़र किया बीकानेर से यहाँ, जब मेरी मदर को हेमीप्लेजिया हेमीपैरेसिस हुए थे, तो डॉक्टर ओ.पी. शर्मा बैठे हुए हैं सीकर से, तो हम उनके घर पे गए और 31 दिसंबर की रात को हमने डिसाइड किया कि अब क्या करें। राज बहादुर जी से लेकर और चंदनमल बैद तक सब फेल हो गए उस समय, कोई पॉलिटिशियन काम नहीं आया। तो अर्ली मॉर्निंग में मैं और ओम प्रकाश बैठे हुए यहाँ पे गए और सीधा 13 नंबर की पूरी दंडवत लगा दी उनके घर पे। वो गाउन वाउन में सुबह सर्दियों का टाइम होता है, उठ के आए, उन्होंने क्या मतलब मेरी मदर और कोटिया साहब की यूनिट में भर्ती हैं और इस तरह से मुझे ट्रांसफ़र चाहिए, और तुरंत उन्होंने बोला 11 बजे आकर लेटर ले जाइए। ऐसे देखो बदलती है ज़िंदगी। फिर जब शोभित का टाइम आया डिलीवरी होने का, तो डॉक्टर सोनावाला को यहाँ आना था और विजय माल्या का वहाँ प्लेन भी खड़ा हुआ था, परंतु वो भी एक संयोग है कि उस समय वो जर्मनी चले गए, तो उसका सिजेरियन मुझे ही करना था। तो मैं डॉक्टर जी शर्मा के घर गया, मैंने सर मैं खुद अपनी वाइफ पे और बच्चों पे ऑपरेट करूँगा, तो वुड यू कोऑपरेट एंड गिव द ब्लेसिंग, सब कुछ हो जाए तो फिर आप संभाल लेना। बोले नहीं मोहन, मैं आऊँगा आपके लिए। तो वो मीरा हॉस्पिटल में 92 में उस समय आए और शोभित आपके सामने है इतना। उसके बाद फिर जब मेडिकल कॉलेज बनाया तो फिर उन्होंने जो शुरू में दिक्कत आई थी सिर्फ डॉक्टर के.डी. गुप्ता और डॉक्टर जी शर्मा से, बोला आप नहीं तो कोई और करेगा, कभी हिम्मत, जब भी कोई बड़ा काम करोगे कुछ ना कुछ दिक्कतें आएंगी, आप लगे रहो मोहन, अच्छा काम कर रहे हो। तो तब मीना जी ने बोला कि उनके लिए क्या है तो इनके लिए भी कोई अच्छा काम करो। तो उसी दिन हमने ये डिसाइड कर लिया था। कुछ कोविड आ गया और थोड़ा लेट हो गए, जैसा डॉक्टर समीन शर्मा ने बताया कि कुछ रीजन से प्रोग्राम लेट होता चला गया, पर जो भी हुआ है वो बहुत ही अच्छा आज हुआ है। और हम ग्रेटफुल हैं डॉक्टर समीन शर्मा के, आपने खूब समय दिया। मंजू भाभी भी बैठी हुई हैं, सबके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। पूरे लोग आए, मेरे फ्रेंड्स बैठे हुए हैं, डॉक्टर शैलेंद्र, डॉक्टर सुभाष, डॉक्टर ओ.पी. शर्मा, डॉक्टर शीला, डॉक्टर मोहनपुरिया, कई फ्रेंड्स यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं। तो मैं सबका एक बार तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you so much, sir, for your blissful words. The way you make all efforts and do not miss any opportunity of honoring and revering your teachers is heart-touching and an inspiration for all of us. As we come towards the conclusion of today's program, I request the Dean, Principal and Controller, Mahatma Gandhi Medical College, Dr. N.D. Soni, to deliver the vote of thanks.
On the auspicious occasion of Dr. G.C. Sharma Memorial Oration-2024, on the topic Update in the Transcatheter Structural Heart Intervention 2023 and 24, I, on behalf of Mahatma Gandhi University of Medical Sciences and Technology, extend my warmest greetings to our chief guest, Dr. Samin K. Sharma, for delivering the most informative and wonderful oration which has enlightened our minds and have shown us a new path. He has told us about the various diseases of the valvular heart diseases and the recent treatment which is available and which is having very less time in recovery. At this event, I also take the opportunity to welcome Madam Manju Sharma, the Managing Director of Eternal Hospital. With utmost politeness, I thank Dr. R L Swarankar, Sir, Emeritus Chairperson, Mahatma Gandhi University of Medical Sciences and Technology, always a great source of inspiration, motivation, and encouragement to all of us. I also welcome respected Vikas Chandra Swarankar, our Chairperson and Chancellor, Dr. Achal Gulati Sir, Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Rajgovind Sharma, Dr. Chishti, Dr. Rajiv Bagaratta, Dr. Sudhir Sachdev. I must also mention our deep sense of gratitude to the Swamijis who have come on the occasion of the unveiling of the statues. I would also like to express my sincere thanks to respected Shrimati Rukmani Sharma, wife of Dr. G.C. Sharma, and mother of Dr. Raj Govind Sharma, Professor and Head Department of Oncology, Surgical Oncology, and mother-in-law of Dr. S.K. Sharma, who is Professor and Head Department of Endocrinology, and all her family members. We also express gratitude to Adharaniya Shri Virendra Singh Verma, the father of respected Srimati Meena Swarankar and Shri Yogendra Verma, and all the family members of Shri Virendra Singh Verma. From the bottom of my heart, I humbly thank Meena Swarankar, the Vice Chairperson, India Education Trust, Shri R R Swarankar, Chief Executive Officer and Chief Finance and Accounts Officer, Dr. Shobit Swarankar, Director Administration, Mrs. Harman Swarankar, Mrs. Jayashree Swarankar, and all the respected and honorable family members of the Swarankar family. I would be failing in my duty without thanking respected Dr. Hari Gautam sir, who is the former Vice Chancellor of our university, founder, Vice Chancellor, Madam Hari Gautam, Dr. G.N. Saxena sir, Dr. V.K. Kapoor, our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Major General S.S. Jaiswal sir, Dr. R.C. Gupta, Medical Superintendent, for their gracious presence. I also pay my gratitudes to all the visionaries, all the dignitaries, and all the luminaries who are present here. Today I am seeing a lot of luminaries, visionaries, and dignitaries. So I pay all my gratitudes to all the visionaries who are present here. But last but not the least, I would also thank all the principals of the constituent colleges, all the head of the departments, all the faculty members, all the postgraduate and undergraduate students, all the honorable members of the Board of Management, and all the other staffs who are present here. I also thank all the persons whose efforts, directly or indirectly, have made this oration a great success. Finally, I thank our young and dynamic and promising chairperson and Chancellor, Dr. Vikas Chandra Swarankar, for giving me this pleasant opportunity for the vote of thanks. Thank you all once again for your precious presence. Have a great day ahead. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Mahatma Gandhi University of Medical Sciences and Technology. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With this, we come to the end of today's program. Once again, I, Dr. Bushra Fiza, extend my heartfelt gratitude towards all for gracing this event. Before we disperse, kindly rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे
Thank you. You are all invited for lunch at the Grand Cafeteria, RK Block.